Hi everyone, I'm Sam and this is Aviv Times. So glad you could join. Today, my guest is Joshua Aviv. He is the CEO of a company called Currently, and what they do is charging delivered. It's a really interesting and exciting concept, and I'm very interested to learn more about it. My guest is Joshua Aviv, and he's the CEO. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and invite him to join the call, and just give me one moment to do that. And I'll tell you a little bit more about EV Times. EV Times specializes in live interviews with electric industry professionals in the electric vehicle industry. Hey, Josh.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Can't complain. Can't complain. Excited to be here.
Very excited to have you on as well. I was just telling everybody a little bit about your company, but no one wants to hear me explain it. So let's just start at the beginning and tell me, how did you start Currently?
Yeah, so we came with the idea for Currently because we realized that EV owners needed a better way to access EV charging. We developed the Roadie, which was the world's first, mobile DC fast charger, but we needed to give people access to that technology in a way that was simple, easy, and seamless. And the best way to do that was to really open up, a delivery app that could bring that charger to them. The technology was already mobile, but how do we bring it to you, deliver it to your car? And so we came up with the concept for Currently, where an EV owner can basically have range delivered with the push of a button.
Awesome. Yeah, I was looking on your website and it's just 3 easy steps on the app, right?
It is. Yeah, you select the time, the date, and how much range you want, and with the push of a button, it gets delivered. It's very similar to the same way that we would get pizza delivered through Domino's or
Sure.
food delivered through DoorDash or Instacart. It's like that, but for hungry electric vehicles, right? We bring it directly to your car, charge you up, and you're good to go.
hmm So it sounds to me like you're looking at something people are familiar with and use all the time, and then having the EV service right there, right?
Exactly. So something that people are familiar with, something that's seamless, something that they know, something that's familiar, but now putting that towards EV charging so that basically no matter where they're at, they have that freedom to charge their car anytime and anywhere.
Awesome. So I'm curious, for you, what kind of what led you to come up with this company?
Yeah, so I mean, the overall company SparkCharge was started, in 2017 in Syracuse, New York. We realized that there was a problem with infrastructure that was going to really stop the growth of electric vehicles and electric vehicle adoption. And we realized that back in 2017, and even today, we're still facing a lot of those infrastructure problems. But we realized that you can kind of help grow electric vehicle adoption at scale, and you can offer a more seamless way to charge EVs if you can make that service mobile. So we decided to focus on the mobile sector and mobile charging to really help broaden and grow the electric vehicle market at a quicker rate.
Awesome. Okay. And so I've noticed that you're in a few locations right now and in a few cities. How does that expansion look like? How are you going to get into more places?
Yep. So expansion, we're growing pretty quick. I think we're in over 20 cities right now, primarily in California.
Mhm.
That's everywhere from, North San Francisco down to San Jose, LA, from Malibu down to, I think, Anaheim, Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, Boston. And then I think we're expanding into about 3 or 4 new cities this year as well.
Wow. Okay. So very, very fast. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Yeah. And so I'm just curious, what are some of the challenges that you've been facing so far, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the first challenge was just creating the technology, right? We had to create a, very fast, very mobile, very lightweight DC fast charger that didn't connect to the grid, right? And so in order to do that, you have to kind of really re-engineer and rethink the way the DC fast charger works. 99% of all DC fast chargers are hooked up to some sort of plug, some sort of attachment to the grid, where ours is 100% grid free. And so that comes with, a little bit of engineering challenges that you have to overcome. Once those were overcome, it was really getting the product out there and finding the good product market fit, right? We started with, selling the products, which we still do, to businesses. We opened up Currently Consumer, where, an individual EV owner can have range delivered. And then, this year, 2 weeks ago, we actually announced Currently Fleet. So now we operate and serve fleets as well. So we broadened the platform to bring more fleet companies on board as well as consumers, and that's been really amazing. So you have to think about the growth and the journey of the company going from, all right, what was the initial problem that we're solving to how has the market grown and how do we solve the problems that are popping up today.
Okay, so it sounds to me like you guys just, whatever comes up, you're able to overcome it pretty much.
Most likely.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so where you're at today, what do you think in terms of sort of the next technology that may make EV adoption a little bit easier? I mean, with what you're doing, bringing the charger to the vehicles is awesome. Is there, maybe something else as well?
Yeah, I mean, we think that not only bringing the charger to the vehicle will make it easy, but, I think we're looking at ways in which can you remove the EV owner completely out of the EV charging equation, right? Can you make it so that the vehicle can call, a charge to the car, not the EV owner? So the vehicle obviously knows its state of charge, its SOC. Can you make it so that, when the vehicle drops below a certain SOC, it automatically sends out a request to be charged, taking the EV owner completely out of it? So using data and integrations like that, where, we make the charging experience more seamless, more frictionless through the service is how we kind of see it growing and how EV owner and EV charging could grow as well.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, it's as simple as possible, right? For sure. Yeah, absolutely. And so for you with currently, what are some of the next steps? I mean, you just mentioned expanding with the fleets. So is there, bigger vans or more, what's kind of the next thing?
Yeah. So for us, it's expanding into more markets and offering the service to more EV owners, right? And then on top of that, it's expanding our fleet selection. So we've onboarded some of the most, amazing fleets. We now service autonomous vehicle fleets. We service mail delivery fleets, micromobility fleets, rental car fleets, rental car fleets as well. So when we think about, where we're growing and where we're scaling, it's, not only offering this service to more EV owners, but also allowing more fleets to adopt electric vehicles. We see, this year in particular as a really big year for electric vehicle fleets, switching out from their old, gas cars into new electric cars. But we also realize that a lot of the same pain points that an individual EV owner has around where do I charge, how do I charge, when do I charge, those same pain points are felt by fleet customers, but they're, exponentially more, right? It's not how do I charge one car, it's how do I charge 25 cars, 50 cars, 100 cars, 1,000 cars. And so we realize that we have a unique opportunity to service those fleets in a way in which, no other charging station company can. And so we're really excited to see that market grow this year.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's like, if you need a charge, you can get it basically anywhere, especially with what you're offering, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Awesome. I'm curious, is there anything that we haven't really touched on yet that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I'd say, our team is always growing, always expanding. If there's people out there that are interested in joining this green revolution, working in the EV charging space, we're always hiring. We're always looking for new, exciting team members to join our team.
Well, yeah, awesome. I mean, I was checking out the app earlier, and it's really easy to do.
Yeah.
So,
there'll be another update pushed out that'll make it even more seamless, I believe, by mid next week. So the consumer app will get a refresh and a redesign that'll make it even more seamless and more enjoyable.
Awesome. So I've noticed that we have a question down here in the comments, and this person is wondering about expansion plans into Canada. Can you speak to that at all?
Yes. So we get a lot of requests to go into Canada. It's something that we're really excited about. I think we're waiting on the right opportunity to enter the Canadian market, but don't be surprised if it's this year. We had talks as early as like maybe a week or two ago about possibly entering the Montreal, Quebec area in Canada, where we've got a lot of customers requesting us. So we are definitely on our way there. Don't be surprised if it's this year.
This year. Okay. Awesome.
Possibly this year.
Possibly this year. Right. Okay. Well, Josh, I'm so delighted that you could join me today, and I've really learned a lot. Is there anything that you'd like to maybe leave us with? It's something we didn't touch on.
Yeah. So I'd say I think the big things are, be on the lookout for a refresh of the consumer app in both the Android and iOS Apple Play Store as well. So be on the lookout for that, which should make EV charging even more seamless. We'll have some other big announcements coming out, this year. If you're going to be at any of the EV trade shows, ACT, Fleet Expo, stop by and talk to us. We're always available. And if there's a city or a fleet that you think we should be working with or operating in, feel free to reach out, right? We love hearing customers, tell us, hey, please come to Canada, come to New York, things like that. It might sound small, but we actually do take a lot of that into consideration, right? We're one of the few networks where if there's, EV owners saying, hey, please enter my city, there's a good chance that we can actually service them and bring charging to them. So we always look forward to engaging with the community. Please, continue that engagement. We actually take it to heart.
Awesome. Well, definitely. Josh, thank you so much for coming on with me today. And I know I learned a lot. I hope that some other people did as well. So thank you so much for your time. I know you're probably a very busy person, so I appreciate your time. And we'll keep in touch and talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
Brother. Take care. Be safe.
Thanks.